Siberian loses that spot back, and he might lose one more with the car behind as well, as it puts him out a little bit wider than he would have liked. But attention now turns back to Lukey Heights. Here they come.
Wilson's got a run.
Oh, there's a massive lock up for Clemente down there as well. He manages to get it stopped. So the pressure might be starting to get to him with Bywater hot on that tail. Cam Wilson very, very wide. He got Parrish. They managed to hang on. So can Cam Wilson do anything about catching up to the lead too? Because they're fighting and squabbling there for third, fourth, fifth and sixth. They're letting the front two get away. And now look at this, around the outside goes Parrish to reclaim the third place that Cam Wilson just took away from him, and he managed to get it done. So here we go. This is going to be the action spot on this lap. Look at Bywater, he's right behind Clemente. Look at them all here. Parrish, Wilson, Benford, Bywater. They're all going into turn one. Is there a move being made here? Cam Wilson manages to hold them off.
Bywater closed that gap down to less than a tenth of a second as he came across the line. That was really tight there.
That was extremely tight. We've got Fraser going across the line there with Webster as well, and Green and Kemp are going across the line very, very close together as well. We don't seem to get much action when the guys down the back of the pack. Just look at the action up the front, guys. It's absolutely fantastic. Clemente just seems to find that little bit extra to stretch away at from turn number 2 and managed to hold the advantage down to turn number 4, but then coming off of the last couple of turns, that's where Bywater starts to really get in there and start to apply the pressure. He's got to find another way. Through they go. Still Clemente and Bywater. Cam Wilson. Then it's back to Parrish, Benford, Bywater, Getbricks. Ash Curwood and Holloway still on the back of that little train there, and then it's a fair bit of daylight back to Caden Olsen. Right, here they come. Any lock-ups this time? Intente, yes. Clemente again. Clemente just trying to go that little bit too deep. Somehow he manages to get it stopped, and this is where it puts Bywater back onto his tail. And the guys behind all managing to stay line of stern. So I'm going to try and go around the outside there. There's Bywater having a little bit of a sneaky look there at Thomas Benford. But up the inside here, here goes Parrish. Parrish manages to get back underneath Cam Wilson for third place between turns 11 and 12. Bywater still in hot pursuit of Clemente, and now the drafting is on again. It's getting close up. And here they come again for the rest of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All very, very quick succession. Across the start-finish line. 3 wide down into turn 1. Who comes out the other side with holding the flag for third place? It's Wilson around the outside. Is he managed to hang on to it? He disappeared out of the sight before we could see it, but he hung it around the outside. And now we wait to see the other end of this equation coming out the other end. Well, there's your 2 leaders, and it is Cam Wilson, and Cam Wilson's come out with about a 6 or 7 car length advantage over Parrish after all of that.
Someone was in the dirt there. Maybe maybe.
A little bit of dirt being kicked up, but here they come. Down to turn 4, and it's Cam Wilson with a couple of car lengths advantage over Parrish. Barguana's slotting into 5th. Getbricks, Curwood and Holloway. It looks like where's Benford? Benford seems to have, and Benford's dropped right out of this pack. So Benford had a little bit of a lackluster couple of corners, and he's dropped right out of this this fight for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th.
Cam Wilson's racecraft is probably one of the best in the country by none. He's obviously got a lot of experience in a lot of different categories, and he's got one of the widest XLs I've ever driven behind, that's for sure. So he's good fun to race against, but he's very, very hard to pass. And he seems to be struggling in the last corner actually from MG to the front straight. So we'll see what happens here once Parrish gets up behind him again out of here, because there'll be sure a draft on for sure.
Well, no lock-ups this time for Michael Clemente into NG. And all the other guys behind for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, all managing to behave themselves somehow.
Parrish's braking performance coming down into turn 10 there, it is quite substantial compared to Cam. So it is quite interesting to see.
2 laps to run. Can Bywater do anything about this 30 feet of Clemente? He's still close. Every single time they come across the line, they are literally nose to tail. Oh, a little bit of touching between Wilson and that was Wilson and Parrish, and Bywater wants to buy into this as well. Bywater's gone to the inside, and the track for turn 1, looking to make a move on Cam Wilson, but Wilson manages to hang on.
Probably a smart move there from Bargwana. just to back out, 170 kilometres an hour door to door. So
very hairy moment there, just on that front straightaway, just a little bit of touching. You don't sort of want that at 170 clicks. But Michael Clemente is so strong out of turn 1, turn 2, and managing just to hold that advantage and ward off any sort of attacking threat from Bywater all the way down to Honda corner. Now down the inside, Cam Wilson on Parrish at turn number 4. Job gets done, or doesn't get done. The switchback for Parrish, it'll put him on the outside for turn number 5. He goes a bit defensive, but Cam Wilson back underneath him at turn 5 and 6. And now it's a drag race to who can get to turn 7 first. Bargwana wants to buy into this as well.
We can't dismiss any of the drivers behind that pack there. They're all looking very hungry right now.
That's it, they're very, very hungry. And we're looking at the timing screens, and Clemente and Bywater literally matched each other almost to, literally to the almost to the thousandths of a second on the previous tour. Both 59.9s, a 59.989 to a 59.983. That's a mouthful in itself.
So Bywater's got the faster time of the two right now by 6/1000ths of a second.
Well, here they come. The bell lap's about to sound. That means we've got one more left to go. Last lap board is out.
Ooh.
There's an overlap here. Bywater got a wonderful run out of the final turn. He's going to be on the outside for turn 1. Clemente's going to have to go very, very deep here to hang on to this first place.
If he holds this, he'll be on the inside for turn 2.
No, he drops back in.
He drops back in behind. So Clemente hangs on. And all the action going on behind. Across the line that time, it was Parrish from Wilson, Bargwana and Holloway as they soar through turn 1 and down to turn 2 for the final time. Let's see how this is going to pan out.
So Bywater went a little bit quicker again, 100th quicker on that lap.
He actually led across the control line, but he was passed. Here he goes. Here goes Bywater having a look. Is he close enough? No. Pulls back in, but that would be Clemente wouldn't have been expecting that because he's had quite comfortable hold there. Meanwhile, Cam Wilson's on the outside for turn 4. Up the inside is Parrish. And this is the same sort of move we had last time with the switchback, and Parrish looks like he's come out the other side there. He'll need to take a defensive line into turn number 6 at Siberia, and he manages to get it done. So Parrish passes Wilson and gets himself up into 3rd place, with Cam Wilson now coming under pressure from Bargwana behind and Kerwood behind him.
Michael's car is full of white right now. These 5 turns.
Turn your attention to the hairpin, ladies and gentlemen, because this is getting very, very close. Bywater is right there. Their touch coming through turn 10 and 11. This is going to be a very, very close finish. This is close to Cam Wilson's off at the hairpin, so he's out of that battle. We turn the attention to turn 12. Here they come, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen this time around? Checkered flag is in the air. It's Michael Clemente. Bywater is stuck behind it. It's Clemente with 3 from 3, but it's bloody close at the line.
There was an overlap there too.
It was 700ths of a second as they crossed the line. And look at this battle for 3rd. It's not overdone with Bargwana's challenging for Parrish, but Parrish hangs on. Parrish hangs on to 3rd by 700ths of a second from Kerwood, Holloway, Getgriggs. Benford finishes 8th. Cam Wilson, we're waiting for him to come across the line. Where is he? It's going to be Benford. So there we have James Benford getting across the line for 9th, and Caden Olsen finished 10th. Where's Cam Wilson in all of this? Cam Wilson was off the road. Here he is now, I think. No, we still haven't seen him.
No, he's pulled straight into the pit.
He's pulled straight into the pits. A heartbreak for Cam Wilson. He was doing so well until the final turn. Wanted to get back to P3, but unfortunately ran off the road at NG on the last lap.
Some very hard racing there. That was really good to watch.
That is extremely hard racing, and what a finish. I can't say we were bored, gentlemen.
Certainly can't. It's a full commitment place, that's for sure. To be touching doors on 170, 180 k an hour. It shows these boys are in it for In it for keeps, that's for sure.
It is. Well, it's the fastest average speed circuit, or one of the fastest average speed circuits in the country, and it's certainly delivered. It's in every single category, and what a finish. Very big thank you to both of you gentlemen. Very big thank you to Federal Tyres for sponsoring this particular race for the Hyundai Excels, but that's it for their nationals. Not sure how the point standings are going to be, but I'm sure there's going to be some very weird and very wary bodies down there in pit lane after this, because that was scintillating.
We might slowly walk down.
Slowly walk down and so they'll come back in. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much. We've got the Formula Fords coming out for their final race. We'll be back very, very shortly.